We are going upper body today. So have a couple different weight selections available if you got it. And we're going to use tabattas as the format. So I'm excited to get into that. Should build quite a lot of heat as always. So anyways, let's start on our hands and knees. And plant your hands right underneath the shoulders, knees right underneath the hips. So Tabata is 20 seconds of work and 10 seconds of rest for 8 rounds. And we're going to be doing the same exercise all 8 rounds. So shift your hips to the right and then to the left a couple times. Just get some movement in those hips and in the low back. My glutes are a bit sore from Tuesday. And my back and core, especially my obliques, are nice and sore from yesterday's weighted core workout. So anyway, for those of you guys who also participated in that, you're probably in that sore club as well. Level off and let's put our right arm out in front of us, left leg behind. Take a nice deep inhale. Find everything to contract along your back. Flex through the arm, flex through the leg, and then round the back, tuck knee to elbow. Hold just a split second, and then extend again. We'll just do 2 each side. So tuck and hold, and then plant it down. Go to the other side. Inhale, left arm goes out, right leg goes out. Grab deep through that core. Exhale, tuck knee to elbow. Inhale, extend. And then exhale, tuck in. All right. Go ahead and curl your toes under. Push your hips up and back into that downward facing dog. Slide through that thumb and first finger, and then pedal your feet. I kind of like to take one heel down and then the other. Feels like I have a little extra space for hamstring and calf stretch. Deep grab through that abdomen. Keep driving the chest back toward your thighs. And then just level off your feet. If you want to take your legs just a little wider for a little more space in your low back and maybe even for your hamstrings, feel free. All right, take a nice deep inhale, and then with your exhale, we're just going to shift forward a split second into our plank. So tuck your tailbone under, belly nice and strong. Inhale, exhale, push back. And then one more. Slide those shoulder blades down, tuck that abdomen in, hinge forward, inhale, and exhale back. All right, go ahead and drop onto your knees. Have your weights handy. We're going to be going there pretty soon. I'll run us through everything that we're going to do. Feel free to go along with me as kind of a warm-up, or just keep your arms moving, hit some squats, jumping jacks, whatever you would like in the meantime. All right, so our first exercise, and I'm going to attempt to hold my glutes up for the whole time, is going to be a skull crusher. So you'll hold 1 or 2 weights right over the head. Elbows will be right on top of the shoulders. And then we're just going to drop the weight right to the forehead and then extend up overhead. After that, guys, we're going to come up and hit an overhead press. All right, so weights will be here. You'll start with your goalpost arms, pressing up overhead, using your back to help incorporate some strength to get the arms up. If you don't put your arms up overhead, that's totally fine. You can either do an upright row or a side raise. So both of those exercises will help get into the back muscles and your shoulders, just like we get with that overhead press. Next up, we'll have our curls. Just tighten here. And then we're going to have a bow pull or Mac raise. You'll have a little bit lighter weight. One arm will come straight ahead, and the other one, the elbow will pull back. Then you're going to return to start, then lower. So you'll pull to the other side, return to start, lower, lift, pull, lower, lift, and lower. If those aggravate your upper back or your neck, feel free to keep the weights out of the equation and just go body weight. Or again, you can do something like a side raise that will still get into your shoulders. All right, we'll be back on the ground for a chest press. I'll show that in a second when I get down there. And then the last one's just going to be an overhead tricep extension. So you'll grab 1 or 2 weights, elbows squeeze next to each other, and then you're going to extend the arms up overhead. So I'm pretty sure we'll be feeling some triceps by the end of today. If you don't go up overhead, you can either do skull crushers again, or kickbacks. That's another way that you can get into your triceps. And then the chest press, I'm going to put my hips back up in that glute bridge, and then you just open your elbows wide, pressing your hands right up over that chest. All right, so for anything that you need to adjust, as always, feel free to do so. Check in though, maybe every other round if you find that you're having irritation in your neck or shoulders, elbows, wrists, whatever. You can also just put the weights down and go through the range of motion and really practice self-flexing, right? Finding isometric contractions to really build the muscles that we're trying to work into even without the weights. So we're starting off with skull crushers. I'm going to set that timer. Everybody get ready on your back, butt up if you would like. Ready, set, and go. 20 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest. Find a space between your ears and shoulders, and then be in control of that weight. So the heavier that your weight is, then the less reps you get, and that's fine. The lighter your weight is, generally, the faster you'll go, and the more reps you'll get. Okay, there's our first break, so just take a second, but keep your hips up if you can. You'll go a little faster with lighter weight, however, still, and go. This is set 2. Still be in charge of both directions of the movement. So that weight is not flopping around. You are completely in control, and the muscles that are controlling the weight are your triceps. So even though we're working those triceps, our core is still engaged. Okay, break. Take that little second, 10 seconds to be exact. Keep flexing in through those glutes if you're in that glute bridge. If your hips are on the ground, go. Set 3. If your hips are on the ground, try to find that little pelvic tuck, pushing your low back into the ground and keeping the core really, really engaged. Check in with those elbows, squeeze them toward one another. Keep your breath nice and even. All right, and take a break. So the more that you squeeze those elbows in, ready, set, and go. Set 4, like you're squeezing a beach ball or a playground ball right between your elbows, then the more you're going to get right into those triceps. Make sure the weight's coming right to your hairline. I know it's a little scarier, but it comes there instead of behind the head. All right, take your break. We're halfway through. Core stay strong. Keep grounding in through those glutes. Ready, set, go. Keep those breaths nice and deep and even as possible. Make sure that upper arm stays really still. Pinch those elbows toward one another. Take your break. Doing great, doing great. Ready, set, set 6. We have 3 to go, 6, 7, and 8. Take your focus to the muscles you're wanting to work. Contract through those glutes, of course. Squeeze between shoulder blades. Core strong, protect the low back. Take your break. 2 sets to go. Keep pulling those shoulders back and down. Get ready and go. Get full extension at the top. Core stays super firm. Take your break. We got 1 more. Even though we're focusing on those arms, keep everything else engaged as well. You can definitely sneak in those glutes again. Always the core. This is our last one. Stay in control. Both directions of the move. And time. All right. Put that weight down. Go ahead and come up. Give your arms a little stretch. Nice work. First 4 minutes down. And if you held that glute bridge the whole time, there you go. We all had a 4-minute glute bridge. It's crazy you can kind of do it when you're burning out somewhere else. Okay, we're going our overhead press. I'm going to attempt a few rounds with my heavier weights here. But remember, the goal is always form. So keeping the core contracted, the back contracted, pressing through the shoulders and the back, nothing in your neck, and you'll be good to go. All right, here we go. Ready, set. We're going with that overhead press, or if you choose, you can do an upright row. Ready, set, and go. Set one. Get those goalpost arms, core nice and strong. Perfect. So think about setting your hips right on top of the heels. I have a little split stance. So you still want that center. Take your break. Center of gravity right on top of those hips, right? So we're not pushing the back forward. Get ready and go. Set two. You can get a little more effort out, push a little more weight if you can get into the back muscles. Keeping that core strong. And time. Whew. I may have a couple reps left in my third set. We'll see. Belly strong. Here we go. Set three. Core, core, core. Work through that back. Be in control as the weights drop. Drive that belly button back toward your spine. That's all I got. Timer saved me. Okay. 3 sets down, 5 to go. Keep that pinch between your shoulder blades. Here we go. Set 4. Push with the back, press with the shoulders. Keep that core going strong. Chest, super tall. So even if you're in that upright row, really think about that lifted chest. Whew. The 10s even feel heavy now. Good. Shake it out. Make sure you need that break. Get ready and go. Work with your breath. Find the back. Awesome job. Make sure it stays out of your neck. Belly strong. And we made it. You can always come down, roll those shoulders out, release the neck, and then come back. Here we go. And press. We're in set 6. We have 3 to go. How much more can you wrap around that rib cage? Time. Whew. Doing awesome. In 3, 2, and go. Set 7. Focus on what you're using. What are you building? Woo, feel that shake. And time. One more. 3, 2, and 1. Good job, good job. Strong foundation. Try to get those wrists out with your elbows as the arms lower. Oh. And done. Woo. Nice work, nice work. All right, next up is going to be curls. Let's take a quick child's pose first. Get a little stretch through those arms. Hinge the hips back. Get a stretch through those shoulders. So open that chest. Keep your arms active so the elbows are off the mat. You'll feel a little more stretch through that upper back and shoulders. All right, let's come on up. We're getting through it. set 3 of work. We're just going curls. All right, here we go. Ready, set, and go. Knees are soft, elbows pinch in, shoulders backing down. So you can hold your weights as if they're on a bar, or if you have a bar, use your bar. Gently tuck that tailbone under, chest is tall, or I've had my own kind of share of elbow issues over the years. Okay, take your break. So if you wanted to hold a hammer curl with the thumbs up, you can do that. 3, 2, 1. Pinch your elbows in. Tuck that tailbone under, so heels, hips, shoulders all lined up. Make sure the chest stays really tall and you're in control. So a lot of times I see as the weights drop, the chest falls forward. We want to really resist that. Take your break. If you need to put the weights down, feel free. Shake those hands out. All right, so we had a regular curl, hammer curl. Another option, go, is to twist. So you kind of come down in your hammer and then you twist at the top. And you build more muscle on the way down. So really take your time as you return to start. 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right, I'm going to give myself a little shake out. Woo, that upper body's feeling good. Ready, set, and go. Perfect. So remember, the more muscle we build, then the more that our body works at a higher capacity metabolically all by itself. So you're running faster without even trying when you're trying to, or when your body has more muscle. Take your break to keep hold of, right? So muscle is super helpful for that. Also, of course, okay, ready, set, go. It helps you hold your posture better. You have stronger bones. And most of the time it looks pretty cool too. Be proud of your muscle. Be proud of your strength. That's it. Good. Take your break. And definitely some of us have those genetics. We can build it and hold it a little bit easier than others. All right, and go. Be proud of that. Good job. Especially for women, if you're a lady, sometimes too much bulk can be viewed negatively in culture. And I think we need to get rid of that idea. Take a break. So grab your muscle, build it, own it, and nobody will want to mess with you. All right, grab your elbows, squeeze them in tight, chest tall. Don't forget about that core. Gently tug that tailbone to point right at the ground. Good, resist that downward phase. 5 seconds to go. Really lift that chest, and you do that by grabbing the core. Good, take your break. We have one more set. Here we go. Pinch it in tight. 3, 2, and 1. Go. Hopefully by now also you've built a pretty good amount of upper middle back strength, building those rhomboids, all the back stuff that we do. So holding that chest tall should take a little less effort than it used to. And time. Well done. All right. We are going to put those weights down and gear up for our bow pull. That got caught up in my tongue. I'm going to go light. Getting your arms straight out in front of you takes a lot of shoulder strength and can activate the traps in the neck pretty crazily. So I'm going to stay light and just keep everything right in that shoulder as opposed to getting up in my neck. Ready, set, and go. We're flying, we're flying. Pull, lower. Bring it up, pull, and lower. Good. Lift that chest nice and high. Remember, depending on what you're feeling here, feel free to just go body weight. Get the range of motion in the shoulders and take your break. Perfect. You should feel totally in control of the lower. Ready, set, and go. Row. Good. Pinch between those shoulder blades. Pull, press, and release. You're in charge of that lower. Feel the upper middle back pull together. That's what's keeping your posture, chest tall. We need those shoulders rolled back and down. Take your break. Core stays nice and strong. 3, 2, and go. Up and pull. Try to keep the hips level. They want to kind of twist a little. Good. Keep them nice and still. Fantastic. And take your break. I think I'm going to take a little forward fold. 3, 2, and go. Up, pull, return. Good job. Getting weights up in front of you, away from the body. That's super good. I don't know if you've tried to put something heavy away on a shelf a little out of reach. These are usable muscles, usable strength. Take your break. Halfway. 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Up and pull. Keep activating through that rib cage. Nicely done. Keeping that core super solid. So you know what it feels like when you're holding a plank. Find that same contraction all the way through the rib cage. Take your break. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Go. Take a second, think about which muscles you're using to raise and which you're using to pull, which you're using to support. Build that burn, build that shake. All right, take your break. Roll those shoulders back and down, lifted chest. Let's go. Perfect. Good control, good control. I'm glad we're toward the end. These are really starting to build. Whew. That arm that holds straight. Take your break. All right. In 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Pull. Raise and pull. Keep it in the back and the shoulders. So take your time to take note. Core strong, and you made it. Whew. All right. Shake those arms out. Let's take a cross stretch on that shoulder. We're going to be back on the ground with that chest press. We have 2 sets to go. All right. Grab your weights. Get your hips up. And 3, 2, and 1. Go. Set 1. These should be a little tougher than they normally are. Our chest has the ability to press quite a lot of weight, but our arms are tired, which is, I scheduled this late on purpose because I want us to really get into the chest. Take your first break. Really get into the chest as opposed to calling on any of the other muscles in the arms and shoulders. So let's go, set 2. So really find those chest muscles, those big muscles of the chest. Keep the weights coming up right over the chest. Make sure they're not creeping back towards your shoulders. And the glute bridge is optional, but I challenge you to take it. Take the option, take your break. I think I'm just going to hold mine up. Extra little oomph. We are on day 44 after all. Here we go, drop and press. Just about 3 weeks left of this program. You guys have done fantastic. Press over that chest. Make sure you're not overarching the back. And hold. Take your break. Keep that chest lifted. Check in with those wrists. Make sure the wrists are nice and strong. And go. Belly firm. Feel that chest. Get the work done. Be in control on the way down. Take your break. Whew. Squeeze those knees toward one another. Get ready and go. Space between ears and shoulders. Don't worry about where you've been or where you're going. Just stay right here in this moment. Take your break. Give my hands a little second. All right, get ready. And go. Wrapping that core, then focus on that chest. Woo, Charlie horse in the legs. Take your break. Take in focus. That's where we want to be right about now. And go. You've got it. You've got it. Keep that rep pace that works for you. If you can go a little faster, go. If you need to slow down, definitely do. Take your break. I lost track of our rounds, so we'll see. Here we go. Start. Find that chest. Your back is supporting, so keep those shoulder heads pulled back and down. Take your break. Let my hands rest. Ooh, we made it. That was it. Set 8, but keep those hips up. Why not? All right. Set it down. Hug those knees in a quick sec. Let's go back up. We have our triceps to finish us out. We're going to be 1 minute over today. That's okay. It's worth it. All right. We're going overhead triceps. So remember, if you prefer, you can hit up a kickback. All right, I'm going to start with my 20s and see how long I got that. Ready, set, and go. Grab your weight. One weight I prefer, both hands, squeeze your elbows straight ahead. I also like a split stance. The elbows squeeze in tight. I really have to watch my hips, my body here. It likes to sway forward and back, especially depending on the weight I'm holding. Okay, take that first break. It likes to go forward and back, right? As I extend overhead. Ready, set, and go. So something to watch. Squeeze elbows in. We moved our mirror over here too. I can kind of check in form, make sure I'm dialed in. Sometimes something can feel right, but double check it. So if you have that ability, take your break to check a mirror or even video record, go for it. Ready, set, and go. Set 3. Squeeze those elbows, soft knees, hold your core. Nothing in your neck. 3, 2, and 1. Doing good. Ready, set, and go. Set 4. Find that focus. Get into those triceps. Find that solid body. And time. Whew. All right, that's all I got with that guy today. We got 4 rounds to go. Ready, set, and go. If you have a split stance, just make sure you're switching which foot is a little bit forward every once in a while. Good, nice control. Perfectly still upper bodies. You guys look amazing. And time. Whew. My arms feel like they can float. Ready, set, and go. Elbows squeeze in. Press up overhead. Bury that belly button back towards your spinal column. Gently tug that tailbone under. Squeeze those elbows in. They want to flare out. Time. 2 sets left. Stretch to those elbows, arms, shoulders. Ready, set, and go. Squeeze those elbows. 1 rep at a time. You got it, you got it. Time. Okay, 20 seconds to go. In 3, 2, 1. Squeeze it in. Fight for it. Last few reps. Last few seconds. Get into the triceps, not the neck. You release the neck by grabbing with the back. Come on, keep those elbows in. Time. Whew. Nice work. Way to go, way to go. All right, let's take just a quick little stretch, and then you guys can be on your merry way. I'm going to put left knee down, right leg forward. Bring your right arm to reach behind you down the spine and just stretch to that tricep. Just good old weightlifting today. We kept the heart rate a little lower. Okay, same arm. Stretch it across the body. Get into that shoulder. Several of you have joined me in my streak challenge. So minimum 1 mile, either jog, run, reach across, hike or walk. It's just 1 collective mile per day. All right, switch up the legs. It's good for me mentally as well as obviously physically. All right, get that tricep. Some days I don't need a run, so I take a walk, but it's nice to just keep consistent. Lift that chest tall, and then pull that arm across. Good. Get into that shoulder, so really lift the chest, really drive it across. All right, and then bring it up and hinge over without falling. All right, let's take a stand. Clasp your hands behind your back. Push your hands away from your hips. Sometimes I lose my grip depending on how sweaty I am. Hinge it forward, lift the chest off the ribs. Slide those shoulder blades down. And then release, just hang forward. Let's take 2 deep breaths. All right, grab that core, rise up. Lovely job. Great work. We got some arms today.